How we all getting along today? We're out here in the woods over near Hannibal, Missouri, Indian Creek Campground. Decided to get away for the weekend. Dropped down below freezing last night, but still nice and pleasant out here this morning. So I would figure I would do the 40th and Plum Engineering Camper Edition. Anybody knows me knows I'm a cheapskate and always looking for a cheap way out. I hate paying for anything I could build myself. So probably one of the first ones here is the 200 watt solar panels on the back. These are made by Hitch sold on eBay, 230 bucks total. Comes with two 100 watt panels, all the wiring, and the control module. I think the control module is rated at like 30 amps. But it was real simple to integrate into the electrical system already on the camper here. So we've got, I wired in some quick connects down below here. I don't know whether you can see them down there in the dark or not. There it is. So you can unplug it and plug it in. Built me a receiver hitch for the back of the camper. Built me a little dog leg adjuster there. That adjuster is actually left over. Let's see, what was that from? Oh, that was from an old satellite dish. For one of the old 8-foot dishes that used to be out in your yard. I salvaged it off of that. Oh, hey, there's the brand right there. So the first one of these I built a steel frame out of some 1/8 inch, relatively heavy, not one of my better ideas. So a fellow at work's son was learning how to weld aluminum, so I commissioned him to build me this. I cut all the pieces for him, and he did a really good job welding them up. For the articulation, that is for also another type of satellite dish. That was for your dish network, internet, dishnet. It's a little heavier than the ones for the television. Took a couple of the adjusters out of it, put in some screw knobs instead of the bolts, took this jack screw out so it can pivot either way. Built this dog leg here to offset it to get it away from the camper a little bit so it can articulate. So for storage, I put a couple brackets back here on the bumper, and what this thing does, it spins around, sets in those cradles, and then you pull the pin out of the hitch, slide her in, and that way it sets up nice and tight. Got some rubber stoppers up there. That keeps it from leaving any marks on the camper. So you can tell just no marks. Rode all the way to Hannibal that way, so I guess it's a success. This thing does produce enough power to keep the batteries charged. I got 2 deep cycles on it. It runs fan, everything else that needs to be in there. So one of my other cheap ways of getting out on things, so we took a Ford truck jack, cut the saddle off of it, shortened the saddle up, using that for a jack. Made me a little socket adapter there, so I took me a lug nut, made me a T-shaped little piece of 3/8, stuck her down through the lug nut, welded her in, stuck me a washer on there so it won't get lost into the socket. She fits right in the end of the socket. Zips her up and down. Pretty much no cost there. It's been a good trip. Pulled in, forgot to fill up with water, so we got everything set up and had to break it back down. Oh, hey, there's some of the rocks we collected. I'm gonna need a bigger truck going back. Got a couple buckets of geodes, a couple buckets of Druzy quartz. So one of my other little inventions here, I had seen these for sale. A little fancier than this, but what this is a Dodge truck jack. And then I took some pieces of 5/16 steel and bent them in the press, you know, kind of somewhat to the contour of the tire. Put her in there and just tighten that up with a ratchet. Keeps the camper from rolling away, which is always a good thing. You don't want to end up in the lake. Well, we're heading out to do some more rock hunting over by Hannibal, so y'all have a good day. Thank you.